Welcome back to Amadio and FlowBackPro. So today in FlowBackPro, the only CRM on the market, mind you, that has a AutoCAD tool built in called the drawing board. Nobody has it. We got it. We need to be efficient when we're selling work to customers. We can't be navigating through multiple platforms. So we're going to click the drawing board. The first thing on any design is to establish, I'm going to delete, I'm going to go out one, is to establish the foundation lines. So to create foundation lines, what we want to start with is we're going to click the wall tool, exterior wall. So I'm going to click snap. On the top bar, snap means that the cursor will snap to the corner of our grid. Makes it real easy to drop and drag lines on site. If not, you're going to get line segments. So we're going to click. Okay, hang on. All right, we're gonna click. Got my damn, where's my damn wall? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna click here. We're gonna draw just a basic footprint. I don't need a full foundation plan because this is just going to be an outdoor space. I'm gonna go in 4 feet. We're gonna go over 12 feet. We're gonna come up 2 feet, over 6. We're gonna, maybe that's a fireplace inside, and we're just gonna return back to here. Double click. Double click drops that position. We need doors just for reference. This is your project. You're going to make notes of where these items are on your customer's house. Once you have that item selected, if you want out swing, you're gonna click here to the left toolbar. It's going to say door option swing. Click it, flips the door going out. Makes it real easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, we're going to throw a couple 60-inch windows in, one there. I'm going to go into the windows here. I'm going to click a couple 36s. We're going to put one there and 36. I'm going to click another one, put it right there. We're going to start designing now. So this is going to be a walkout to a pool deck with a swimming pool, with a rectangular swimming pool. Now what we want to do in order to build a swimming pool in FlowBackPro, what we got to do is we got to click the polyline. Look over here, it says polyline. Polylines, you can create closed containers. So we're going to start at the corner. We're going to snaps on. We're going to keep snap on. And we're going to go out 18, and we're going to go out 20 feet. And I'm going to click. And I'm going to we're going to match this right to the corner of the home. But we gotta follow the foundation. Let's follow the foundation all the way around. And we're going to double click to close. Okay. I'm not good at this. So you know what I just did? Now I just created another foundation. Okay, so click polyline. Go to patio. Same idea. Let's do this all over again. 20 feet. I can do it a lot quicker when I'm not talking. But I'm going to click. I'm going to snap to my corners. The tools that we've built in make this so fast and so easy for you guys. Double click. Patio outline. Now when we want to create a fill for a patio outline, we're going to scroll down. We're going to make sure that we go up and we click select. You're going to click the outline of your polyline for your patio. We're going to scroll down the left toolbar towards the bottom, fill pattern. And this is where you can apply different templates and stencils. I'm going to make this a regular concrete broom finish. And I'm going to keep the scale. You can adjust the scale and the rotation, the orientation, and the opacity. You know, whether the item is a little more transparent, a little more solid. Apply fill. Now we have I'm going to zoom in. Now we have a concrete template here to build our pool into. So now what I want to do is I want to define the shape of the pool. So I'm going to click polyline. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep it about 4 feet here. We're going to go up 15. Let's go up 15 feet. We're going to go over 8 feet. We're going to come back down, and I think we're going to close this off. Double click. Now we're going to fill that. So now we're going to select this. We're now going to select our new polyline that we just put inside and over top of our concrete. Same idea, scroll down to the left, scroll back up there so we can see what we're working on. Fill pattern, we're going to click it again. We're going to go right down to our water textures. I'm going to choose this one. I like this one a lot, the water ripple blue sky. So I'm going to double click that. I don't need to upsize it. If I click on that, I get a preview and I can actually see it. You know, we can adjust the size and how big the effects are. And I'm going to apply the fill. Boom, now we have a swimming pool. And if I want to, oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a border around my pool. I want to mimic our coping. So I'm going to click in here, and what you want to do is put a 12-inch border around that, and we're going to make the border concrete colored. So we're going to select the gray, apply fill, and there we go. Now we have coping around our pool. We have a concrete deck. I'm going to go to the doors. I'm going to put some double doors in. You click these, they snap right to the wall. Boom. So they're going in. We want our door. We're going to click swing over here on the left toolbar. Swing, out, swing right there. Now windows are in, doors are in. Let's go down here to our landscaping options. I'm going to get rid of some of these outdoor kitchens. Don't need these tools open. I don't need fence. Let's throw a fence around real quick. So I'm going to click fence. We're going to outline this really quickly with a fence. Typically, this is going to tell you, you know, your fence layouts. Most pool fences. So the further you stretch it, the more unrealistic it's going to get. So we're going to stretch it out about that far, and I'm going to click duplicate, Control D. Just made me another copy of it. I'm going to connect these two here. And you can make minor adjustments to your designs. I mean, you know, there's going to be a few little tweaks you got to make just to line things up. But overall, things should snap together. Let's go back into fence. We're going to click aluminum fence again. So we're going to double click, and you see this little handle. We're going to grab that and we're going to rotate it. So if you want to make it easier, you can actually, let's rotate that a little more. Let's get it straight. There's easier ways to do that. You can actually do it over here on the side left toolbar. I do recommend you just do that to begin with. Save yourself the hassle of trying to orientate this on the correct axis. Okay, now we're going to stretch this fence section out. Okay, sometimes the way when my screen zoomed out, this gets annoying sometimes. So, oh boy, come on. All right, click our fence. Control duplicate. There we go. Now I got my fence. So now I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna show you how much easier this is. Let's just rotate this 90 degrees. Boom, done. Don't try to roll the thing around on an axis. It's always gonna be off a degree or two, and that's just gonna irritate the hell out of you. So let's go back up. Let's control duplicate. Let's grab this guy, and let's just run this off screen. Let's connect, overlap your post lines. Makes it look more realistic. We don't want double posts on corners or things like that. So we can make tweaks, but just to show you guys what your plan could look like. I'm going to go into the landscaping. We're going to add a few trees. I'm going to add a blue spruce over here. So you can create beautiful landscape designs in FlowBackPro. I love the choices we've installed and we've designed for templates. Let's put a hedge. Let's go to our hedges. Let's create a nice looking hedge. Hedge. I think the hedges, there's some more hedges on the bottom. There we go. Low boxwood hedge, formal boxwood hedge, privet, medium. It's a medium hedge. So the hedges have textures. We're gonna rotate that one. Click right down. Rotate 90 degrees. Let's grab it, and we're gonna stretch this guy out. So we're gonna pull this handle. You know, I like to get it. Find what works for you. You can stretch this thing all the way out, but I think it's gonna look a little more realistic if we just do that. And then I click Control D. I duplicate it, I drag it, and let's just connect and overlap. And then let's do Control D one more time. And select, we're going to select one. Control D. Now we got our final hedge. All right. Come on, guy. There we go. I gotta find the grab handle. Where's the grab handle? There it is. All right, let's get this guy down here. Okay. We got our hedges in. Let's throw a backdrop of what do we want in this design? Let's put some butterfly bushes are real pretty. So I used to love installing butterfly bushes for customers. And no BS, these things actually do attract butterflies. The first time I think I ever planted a butterfly bush, I was in North Carolina, and they were pretty native down there. So I planted one, and sure as shit, what did I see come summertime? Yeah, you guessed it. Butterflies. They literally do attract butterflies. I mean, they got their name somehow, didn't they? So let's put one more, 3 of them. What do you think? Should we, 3 of them? Let's put another one. I think, let's go 3. And then let's wrap this corner in ornamental grasses. Let's go to our ornamental grasses. I love ornamental grasses. They add a lot of texture, movement to your landscape design when you're planting for a customer. You want to have at least 8 to 12 different textures in a landscape composition. It gets boring if it's too many of the same items. So we're gonna click this, Control Duplicate, and you always want things in 3 to 5s. Odd numbers work best in landscape design. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. It just always looks better. So we're gonna wrap this. Now we got our ornamental grasses. Look how nice this is looking. So they're gonna walk out to their pool. They got a beautiful hedge. They got a blue spruce tree over here. We got some butterfly bushes. We got some ornamental grasses. Now let's go. Let's see, what else do we want in this? Let's go with let's check out our other hedges. What do we got down here? Natural, a flowering hedge. Let's add a flowering hedge to the design. Okay, so let's take this and let's stretch this guy out. You see the dots? Look at that. You can actually see the texture of the flowers. And we're going to Control D. That means duplicate. We're going to overlap these ones slightly. Overlap to the first. I like to match the V's. Control D. Select. Control D. And let's overlap that first Christmas tree right there. Done. Now we got to do something here. Let's put some trees in here. Maybe we got some flowering trees we can add to this landscape design. Tree, arborvitae, maple tree, magnolia, dogwoods. Yeah, there we go. Red buds. Red buds are beautiful. So let's add some red buds. And we're going to enlarge these. We're going to make these things about 6 foot. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to put 3 of them in here. These would make these would create a very nice statement, especially between a pool and this setting. These things have crimson burgundy leaves. In the summertime, what you want to have color, texture, movement, and feel in a landscape composition. All of these things matter. I learned that from Rick Lizelle when I was studying horticulture in college. So a very accomplished landscape designer. He used to draw his plans with colored pencils and by hand, before we had all this fun software that we get to use here these days. Makes our jobs, but it's hard to recreate, but there's some cool rendering tools. So look at this. This is looking great, guys. This is going to be a beautiful backyard. So let's go to our tables, furniture, outdoor kitchen cabinets, furniture. Let's add a table. Do we got room for a table? Yeah, let's put a table in. We're kind of restricted on space, so let's hug that a little closer to the house. Got a table here. Maybe we put a fire feature, a fire bowl. Come on, I got so many landscape plans. Let's go with a portable fire ring, a fire bowl. Let's put a fire bowl in here, right in the corner. That would be a great place to kind of sit and chill. And let's go to our furniture. Let's put a couple of chairs next to this. Outdoor kitchen appliances. There we go. Let's grab a chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to orientate. We're going to rotate the chair kind of facing the fire pit. One over here. And we're going to move it. Oops. I'm going to grab this guy. We're going to move him here. And we're going to duplicate this guy. Control D. Just like I told you before, Control D duplicates. So let's move this guy. Let's rotate him that way. And move him over there. So now we got a space where you can be relaxing, watching the fire. You're enjoying yourself. You got a beautiful outdoor space. We got a nice aluminum fence around the property. I'm going to click this fence, Control Duplicate. I'm going to 90 degree. I'm going to close this fence off to the house. I'm going to flip this 90 degrees. I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to pull it right here. There we go. We're going to overlap this. And I'm maybe 10 minutes into this. And I normally go faster when I'm working solo and I'm not doing tutorials. So I'm going to, just for the sake of this, I'm going to stretch this right to the end. I'm going to narrow. Come on. It's a little tricky. It's kind of, okay, come on. Okay, so we grab this and let's move this in. Bear with me, guys. See that? Okay. Beautiful. Now, what if we wanted a pergola? We got some outdoor structures. Let's go down to wood structures here on the right, the stencils and templates. All right, wood structures, metal pergola. So let's add a metal pergola over right here. Let's create some shade. Let's actually put it right over, and this is gonna be a little bit bigger. So we're gonna make this. Let's leave some room. We gotta leave some room to walk. Typically, you'd want at least 4 feet of concrete outside these posts. So it's not really quite the scale, just because this is strictly an example. See, there we go. So now we got a shade. We got a pergola for some shade in the summertime. We got a fire bowl out here. We can relax. We can jump in the pool. And I think we're about done. I mean, I could throw a barbecue grill on here. You know, we could throw that over here in the corner. Actually, up here by the house. Let's do that. You know, shoot, we love to barbecue in the summertime. So there we go. So now we got a grill. Come out, you walk out the space, you go to your barbecue, you walk over here to your seating. You got a fire bowl, you got a swimming pool, we got a beautiful landscape composition. So you can do this and more on FlowBackPro. So send me a DM. I'm happy to provide you instructions and a demo if you need one to learn these tools. I mean, I built the program and the platform so I know where the tools are at, and you guys, there's going to be a learning curve to figure out the navigation, just where things are at. And once you do that, literally within a day, you're going to be a pro at this. I made sure that it was very simple and user friendly first and foremost, because all other CAD programs, although there's some that are very advanced and they're very awesome, they're also very expensive and they're very complex. You got to have a pretty good set of skills when you kind of jump into those high dollar 3D full animation rendering softwares, and most of us don't need that. Those are for your 100K, you know, projects that are 100,000 or more. You know, for the most part, this is beautiful and it's easy. So check us out, www.flowbackpro.com.